make the dua, and have yaqeen that Allah is going to answer it. A lot of people, they say that, oh Shaykh, make dua for me and my family. My mother's sick, we're having a, you make dua. Why are you asking people to make dua for you? You make the dua. The best person to make dua is yourself. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulihil kareem ma ba'd. So every week, inshallah, 5 o'clock to 5:30, we're going to pray Salatul Asr and then have an opportunity for you to do your tasmir, whatever you're memorizing from, whether it's Juz Amma or whether it's other than Juz Amma, you get to recite, inshallah. And then 5:30 we begin, 5:30 to around 6:30, inshallah. We'll try to keep it an hour. You guys did the homework? We went through Surah Al-Falaq and Surah Al-Nas. So we said the class is flipped classroom design, where you do the tafsir and the tajweed before you come to class. So this way, when you leave this class, you get to start memorizing right away. You guys already know Surah Al-Falaq and Surah Al-Nas, most of you, if not all of you. So that's a lot easier. But when we get later into the surah, Surah Al-Naba, Surah Al-Talaq, Al-A'la, Al-Ghashiyah, those surahs that you might not know, the bigger ones, you already have it prepared. So when you leave this class, you got a nice refresh, a good review, and you're ready to memorize the same day, the same second, as soon as you walk out that door. You don't have to go and learn how to read it and learn the tajweed and learn the tafsir and then memorize it. No, you're ready as soon as you step out this class. So that's the idea. So last week we just covered Surah Al-Fatiha. This week we're going to cover Surah Al-Falaq and Surah Al-Nas. But we're not going to go into detail because you were supposed to have already done that. So it's more like a test. It's more like a refresher. And then after you leave today's class, you're supposed to memorize Surah Al-Falaq and Surah Al-Nas. And what else? What else are you supposed to do? Do the next two. So, or whatever is on the next schedule. So next schedule is Surah Al-Nasr and Surah Al-Kaf, or Surah Al-Ikhlas and Surah Al-Masad. So those two surahs, you're going to prepare it. So memorize Surah Al-Falaq and Surah Al-Nas and prepare next week's lesson. Prepare means do the tafsir and the tajweed. How do you do the tafsir and the tajweed? On the group chat. We got videos, audios, just listen to it. Listen to those and you'll be ready. Have a notebook, pencil, and write down as much as you can. Retain as much information as you can. All right, so Surah Al-Falaq and Surah Al-Nas, both of those two surah. What are they known as, both of those surahs together? Now, Al-Mu'awwidhatayn. Al-Mu'awwidhatayn, the two seekers of refuge. The two seekers of refuge. Now, what virtues do we know about Surah Al-Falaq or Surah Al-Nas? Anyone? Huh? Virtues, benefits, fada'il. They're used for protection. Used as a ruqyah.
I think the verse count between 2 and 11 is like 11 counts of protection. Or is that
11?
is it, if you add the two, someone told me, I believe
لا stick to the tafsir. We don't want what somebody told you. We want the tafsir. We want what Ibn Kathir said, what Ibn Uthaymeen said from the tafsir.
it was Ibn Kathir.
Ibn Kathir?
I was reading it.
What did he say?
The verse count, 6 and 5, it's 11, and I believe it's protection against 11 knots of magic or something. Is this what it was?
I didn't read Ibn Kathir say that. Allahu A'lam. I don't know. You got to show me. Maybe you could teach us something.
I'll find it.
Okay, who else? Virtues, benefits, fada'il. Surah Al-Falaq, Surah Al-Nas.
Asking for guidance and physical protection for
Okay, Surah Al-Falaq is you're asking for physical protection. Surah Al-Nas you're asking for spiritual protection. Naam. What else? They're the best things that the people seek refuge with. The one hadith said that the likes of these two has not been revealed in any book. صح? Surah Al-Falaq and Surah Al-Nas. People do not seek refuge with anything like these two. Naam. And the Prophet ﷺ, when would he say these surah? If he was sick, when else would he say this surah? أذكار الصباح وأذكار المساء and أذكار قبل النوم. The Prophet would recite them into his what? Palms, and he would wipe on his body. طيب. Next week we need you to sharper than that, because that was نايمين شوية. You guys sleeping. So you say you do the tafsir, that means you got the tafsir, you're ready to teach it. You're ready to go give a khutbah on it. Have notes, write it down. You got to know these surah like the back of your hand. طيب. We're going to start Surah Al-Falaq, we're going to go in order. In the tafsir on the group chat we go backwards, but here we're going to go in order. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he started off by saying, what's the first ayah? أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل أعوذ برب الفلق. What does that mean? What is قل? قل. Say. أعوذ. Huh? More time? I seek refuge. Naam. Is that what you said? I seek refuge? Yes. I seek refuge. أعوذ. What does نعوذ mean? We seek refuge. What does تعوذ? You. طيب. أعوذ. قل أعوذ بربي. بربي. What does that mean? With the Lord of al-falaq. What's al-falaq? What does it literally mean? Give me the actual meaning, then give me the context meaning. So al-falaq doesn't by itself mean the split. Something that splits. Naam. The Lord of the splitting. What does that mean? Splitting. Split the sea. For Musa. Is that the tafsir here though? La. The daybreak. The splitting of, or the breaking, or the differentiating between the day and the night. Inna Allah faliqu al-habbi wal-nawa. Allah is faliqu. This is Rabbil falaqa. Allah is the faliqa. The one who splits between the seed. And He splits the seed. Inna Allah faliqu al-habbi wal-nawa. Naam. So we say, قُلْ أَعُوذُ بِرَبِّ الْفَلَقَ. We're asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Ibn Uthaymeen, he said what? That the meaning is general. Sah? Literally, that which is broken open. It could refer to anything and everything that Allah breaks open. Rabbil falaq. Okay? Tamam? What's the next ayah? Min sharri ma khalaqa. Who can tell me what that means? From the evil of what He created. Who can raise their hand and tell me what are the evil things that we seek refuge from? The shaitan. The haywanat, the animals, the evil animals. The hellfire. Our own nafs. Ahsan, you listen to the tafsir? MashaAllah. Our own nafs. How many people recite Surah Al-Falaq and are really asking Allah to protect them from their own nafs? Did we recite like that this week? Inshallah, this week, because you're memorizing it, recite it like that all week. Every time you recite Surah Al-Falaq, if you can't think of all these things at once, recite it multiple times. This time I'm reciting it with the intention of, oh Allah, protect me from myself. Protect me from my own self, from the evil of myself, from my whims and my desires, and protect me from my own self. And then I recite it again. Oh Allah, protect me from the hellfire. And I recite it again. Oh Allah, protect me from the devil, the shayateen, all that stuff. So be conscious and be aware when you're reciting Quran. Min sharri ma khalaqa. From the evil of what He created. Who created the evil? Allah? Allah created evil? You sure? Yes. Nobody creates except for Allah. Does Allah do evil? He doesn't do evil. There's a difference, right? Allah created it, but He doesn't do evil. Is some of the aqdar, some of the decrees, there evil things in the decree? Or is it all khair? Or is it all good? Huh? Everything from Allah's khair. Everything that's decreed, is it good? Huh? That's not my question. I'm asking if it's good or bad. Is every single thing that's decreed, Sheikh Hazim? No? La tadri? What do you think? You guys listen to the tafsir? What you guys got? You're supposed to teach it now. The decree of Allah. Is it all good?
Yes.
Yes? No? Why do you say no? And tu'mina bil qadri khayrihi wa shari. The Prophet said that you believe in the decree, the good of it and the evil of it. Jameel. He beat you out a hadith. Inshallah. What does that mean though? Break that down. There's evil decree. It's not attributed to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So what does that mean though? It's not attributed to Allah. That the decree as a whole is khayr, it is good. Even when the thing decreed might be evil. Like we mentioned that example. Your son sees the doctor cutting off your arm. He says, that doctor is evil, man. What's he cutting my dad's arm off for? But he doesn't understand that what? The doctor saving your life. Disease about to spread through your entire body. صح? So that's how people act with the decree of Allah. Oh, if God exists, why is there children being killed on the face of the earth? Why is there starvation? Why is there poverty? First of all, that's because of what your hands have brought forth, number one. You guys are the ones doing that to each other. You killing somebody saying, oh Allah, why are you allowing this to happen? You're the one who killed them. Allah gave you free will. This is what us humans are doing with our own free will. We're killing each other. And we're causing poverty. And the rich are getting richer, and interest, and all this stuff that makes the upper class grow and the lower class get worse every year. And inflation, and the list goes on. We're the ones doing this, first of all. But why does Allah allow it to happen? It's the decree of Allah. It's all khair, even when the thing itself is evil. So we seek refuge from the evil of what Allah created. All these evil things are creations from the creations of who? What's going on? You guys are ghosts. All this evil is the creation from the creations of Allah. So whose refuge should you seek? Allah. Don't be scared of that thing. Allah created that thing. Be scared of Allah. Don't be scared of a shaitan or the jinn or fulan na'lan or the military or the cops or the bad guy, whatever. Don't be scared of that stuff. Be scared of Allah. Allah is one who's in control of all that. So قُلْ أَعُوذُ بِرَبِّ الْفَلَقِ مِنْ شَرِّ مَا خَلَقَ وَمِنْ شَرِّ غَاسِقٍ إِذَا وَقَبَ. What is غَاسِقٍ إِذَا وَقَبَ? From the evil of غَاسِق إِذَا وَقَبَ. Darkness إِذَا وَقَبَ. If you said darkness for غَاسِق, what does waqab mean? No, listen to what I'm saying. If you said darkness for غاسق, then what does waqab mean? Spreads, yes. The evil of the darkness when it spreads or when it settles. Yani the nighttime. And if you want the other opinion, what is it? The evil of the moon, the ghasiq is the moon when it sets or rises or whatever word we could use for that. Because does the moon actually really set or not? I don't know. I don't know if we could use that word. وَمِن شَرِّ غَاسِقٍ إِذَا وَقَبَ. But regardless, it means what? The evil of the nighttime. That's what you're seeking refuge from. Is this included in the evil of what Allah created? Yes. So why is it being repeated here? General and specific. Allah gave you the general. Oh Allah, protect me from all the evil of what you created. And protect me from the evil of myself and the evil of the night and the evil of the... And you start going into detail. So you could be general in your dua and you could be specific in your dua. And you should do both. You should do both. So Allah, you ask Allah generally, oh Allah, guide me. Khalas, that's it. I don't have to make any other dua ever in my life. You should make other dua. You should be more specific sometimes. Oh Allah, help me with this, help me with that. Teach me Quran. Allow me to pray in the masjid. And be specific in your dua. So you should be general and you should be specific. Why? For your own good, to bring your khushu' in your dua. So here Allah teaches us that. So we seek refuge from the evil of the night time. وَمِن شَرِّ غَاسِقٍ إِذَا وَقَبَ. وَمِن شَرِّ النَّفَّاثَاتِ فِي الْعُقَدِ. What does وَمِن شَرِّ النَّفَّاثَاتِ فِي الْعُقَدِ mean? Naam. What is from the evil of an-naffathati? What's an-naffathati? Why is an-naffathat come in the feminine form? An-naffathat. It's mostly women who do sihr. Women over here gonna get mad at you. They're gonna knock this barrier down. It's a non-human? No, it's a feminine word. The word came feminine. Mostly woman. Okay, what else? Is that it? So Ibn Uthaymeen, he said that. He said that perhaps the meaning is because most of the people who practice sorcery are women, that it was mentioned in the feminine, or that it's not talking about the man and woman, it's talking about the nafs, which is a word. The word nafs is what? Masculine or feminine? Feminine. So it's going to be in the feminine form. An-naffathati fil uqad. وَمِن شَرِّ النَّفَّاثَاتِ فِي الْعُقَدِ. Naam. Naffathat, it means to what though? Blow. The blowers. And naffathat. And this is like, you have this in Arabic, just like you got in English, it's called the onomatopoeia, where the word sounds like the thing that it's describing, like, right? Like in Surah An-Nas we have al-waswas. What is waswas? It sounds like you whispering. Waswas. Like the word describes the thing. So naffathat is like that as well. Naffathat. It even sounds like what? Like you blowing something. Naffathat. And naffathati Where are they blowing? In the uqad, in the knots. Something with their sorcery, they make knots, they blow into them, and they have their enchantments and their sihr and their magic, and this stuff exists. It's in the Quran. We don't doubt it. But should we fear this stuff? Allah's in control of all of it. Allah's in control of all of it. So we ask Allah to protect us from it. Make dua. Say Surah Al-Falaq. And watch how Allah protects you from that. And the Prophet ﷺ himself was afflicted with this, right? The sihr, and it came in the Tafsir. وَمِن شَرِّ النَّفَّاثَاتِ فِي الْعُقَدِ وَمِن شَرِّ, and from the evil of حَاسِدٍ إِذَا حَسَدٍ, and from the evil of the hasid when he or she hasad. What's hasad mean? Envy. What does that mean? Break it down. What is envy? Who could teach it to me? Ibn Uthaymeen broke it down in the tafsir. Who could tell me what we talked about in the tafsir? Hasad. What is hasad? What is envy? You wish someone else's blessings could be taken away from them? Yani, that wasn't really mentioned, but maybe. It's not from the tafsir, I don't care about it. Naam, you're jealous of the blessings that Allah bestowed on someone else. Why, Allah, do you give it to him and you didn't give it to me? Why did he get the car, I didn't get it? Why did he get the house? Why is he making money? I want what he has. That's called hasad, envy. And do you harm that person or you don't? You harm that person. You could kill that person because of your hasad. You could break down his car, Ibn Uthaymeen said, right? The hasad literally can alter metal. Someone got a brand new car, you're like, damn. You don't say, mashallah, tabarakallah, nothing. His car next day breaks down because of the way you looked at it. So how often are people looking at us, at what we have, or what we're doing, and how can we be protected from all that? We got to go tell everybody, yo, say tabarakallah, say mashallah, say that. What do? Read the Mu'awwidhatayn. Read them. Read Surah Al-Falaq, and it's going to, inshallah, ward all that off. You see why we're in need of the daily adhkar? This is one of the reasons. Every other dhikr has its own benefit. If you say this and you die today, you enter Jannah. If you say this, Allah give you whatever you want in the dunya and the akhirah. If you say this, you're going to be pleased Yawm al-Qiyamah. If you say this, no one's going to come surpass you Yawm al-Qiyamah with more good deeds. If you say this, you won't have any calamities befall you that day. This, if you say it, you're going to ward off the hasad. You're going to ward off the evil. So much evil in this dunya. So much evil in Philadelphia and South Jersey and America where you guys are living. So how do we ward off all this evil? Iqra'u. Read. That's why these surahs are so important. Allah ended the Quran with these two surahs. So important to be protected. Push off the evil with these surahs. Suratul Falaq. You don't got to be a sheikh. You don't got to help the sheikh. Hey, can you come do ruqyah on me and my family? I think we're mashureen. I think we got sihr. I think we got envy. I think we got some hasad on us. My son's been acting weird. I've been acting funny. I can't. Do it yourself. Read the Quran. That's why I came in the Sahih Hadith that 70,000 people from our ummah will enter Jannah without any account. And one of their 4 characteristics, and I'm not going to tell you all of them, so you're going to look up the hadith. One of their characteristics is that they don't seek sihr. They don't seek ruqyah. They don't request it. They do it themselves. I don't need to go call an imam to come do me ruqyah. All the Quran is ruqyah. I read it all myself. I read Surah Al-Falaq and I know Allah is going to protect me. What do I need a sheikh for? Since when was that a thing? Calling somebody to come do ruqyah on you. For what? I do it myself. Now if somebody requested ruqyah for you, hey, listen, man, you've been acting funny. We was best friends, all of a sudden you're looking at me funny, you're acting weird. Let me do some ruqyah on you. That one you accept, because the Prophet said he accepted it. But for you to go out and seek it from others, why? Put your trust in Allah. Make the dua and have yaqeen that Allah is going to answer it. A lot of people, they say that, oh, Shaykh, make dua. Make dua for me and my family. My mother's sick. We're having a... You make dua. Why are you asking people to make dua for you? You make the dua. The best person to make dua is yourself. So Surah Al-Falaq is a great surah to be protected. So seek it.
Question.
Nah.
So is it envy when you want something that a person has, but you still want them to have it, but you want to have it as well? Meaning like a person you know has a certain amount of Quran.
Nah, Quran is it came in the hadith that's the type of envy and jealousy that's allowed. You're allowed to be envious of somebody's Quran that they know. You want that. I want the Quran that he has. Nah. Yeah, but no, in general, the hadith is واضح. لا يؤمن أحدكم حتى يحب لأخيه ما يحب لنفسه. None of you believe until you love for your brother what you love for your own self. So just like you said, just like I want it, I want him to have it. That's fine. But I don't, why did Allah give it to him? I want it. I'm mad that you got it. I'm upset that you have it. That's a problem. That's an issue. You want to be careful. So how is it that we escape these three evils? First of all, what are the three evils mentioned in the surah? What are the three evils mentioned in the surah? The evil of what Allah created? Okay, that was general. What were the specific ones? You guys are supposed to know the whole point. We said this is a flipped classroom. You go, you learn the tafsir, you come back here, you're ready to teach it. It better not be this quiet next week. Surah Al-Ikhlas and Surah Al-Masad, those two surahs, y'all coming, y'all got to be answering questions like, you know it better than me. We seek refuge from the evil of the night. What else? The evil of hasad was the last one, and the one in the middle. And the evil of the sorcery, the sihr. Naam. So how is a person protected from all three of these things? What can we physically do? Rely on Allah. Tayyib. What else? I put in a lot of work on that tafsir. If you're not going to listen to it, I'll just stop. I won't record it anymore. I'm going to lose it. You're going to have to learn Arabic and go read in Arabi. Or read the English. And read pages of tafsir. You're not going to have somebody just giving you a quick audio anymore. Sah? You need it? So listen to it. How does a person escape these three evils? What did Ibn Uthaymeen say? Recite the surah. Naam. Make dua. The answer to every question is always what? Make dua. Anytime somebody asks you, how do you become from the muhsineen? Say, make dua. How do you memorize the Quran? Make dua. Always number one is make dua. Okay, what else though? What practical steps can I take to be protected? What did he say? And this is also found in Surah An-Nas as well. The answer for both of these. So he said, rahimahullah, the way to escape this is by a person having one's heart clinging to one's Lord. Relegate the matter to Him and actualize true reliance on Allah and implement the routine supplications which safeguard a person from this evil. You memorize it? That a person has his heart, number one, where do you have your heart? Clinging to Allah. My heart is attached to Allah. That's first and foremost, even before you make the dua. Because some people make dua and their heart is not what? They don't have yaqeen bil ijaba. They don't have firm resolve Allah is going to answer the dua. So first your heart has to be clinging to Allah. And that's what Allah does. He teaches you that, right? قُلْ أَعُوذُ بِرَبِّ الْفَلَقِ before making the dua. Who is Allah? And teach me how to love Allah. In the Fatiha we say what? Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim, Malik Yawmiddin. Before asking, to get your heart what? Clinging to Allah. Surah An-Nas, same thing. All of your dua should be like that. Oh Allah, Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah, La ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar. Praise Allah, thank Allah, acknowledge who Allah is, know who Allah is, and then ask. So number one is to have your heart clinging to Allah. And then relegate the matter to Him. Like we said earlier, don't go out seeking help from nobody else. Relegate the matter to Allah. Actualize true tawakkul. Don't just say, I have tawakkul on Allah. No, actualize that true tawakkul. Let it manifest in your actions and the way that you live. And implement the routine supplications. You don't just recite Surah Al-Falaq one time and khalas, I'm never going to get sihr my whole life. You got to be reciting this every single day, multiple times a day, to seek the benefit from it. People are like, oh, if this surah exists, why is sihr still existing? Why people still get hit with sihr? Are they reading this surah? Are they reading this surah every single day? That's not to say that people aren't tested. Allah tests people with this stuff. But you should be routine in these adhkar. So Ibn Uthaymeen rahimahullah, he said all the evils that we experience nowadays only become so widespread recently due to what? The opposite of what we just said. People being negligent of Allah, neglectful and forgetful and heedless of Allah. That's why all the evil is widespread. Evil wasn't this widespread at the time of the Prophet ﷺ, time of the Sahaba. The farther away we get from Allah, the more evil spreads. And you see it nowadays. Men thinking they're women, women thinking they're men. And it's just getting worse and worse. Tamam? So that's Surah Al-Falaq. Let's recite Surah Al-Falaq as a class. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل أعوذ برب الفلق. It's a qaf, not a kaf. قل and not kul. Kul أعوذ. قل. What's the difference between the qaf and the kaf? Who can tell me? What's the difference between harf al-qaf and harf al-kaf? Yeah. One is heavy. That's a characteristic difference. What about the sif? What about the makhraj? Yeah. No, it doesn't come from the back of the throat. Who else? The qaf and kaf. The back of the mouth. Naam. And the kaf? That's it. Khalas? What is a makhraj? What is the articulation point? You gotta have two body parts coming together. So what are the two parts that are coming together in your mouth to make the qaf or to make the kaf? The tongue and the top of your mouth. Ahsant. The part of your tongue that you use for the qaf and the kaf, does it change or is it the same? What do you guys think? Test it. The tongue. The tongue. Am I using the tip of my tongue? The middle of my tongue? The back of my tongue? The sides of my tongue? How do I say qaf and kaf? Well, feel it. What part of your tongue are you using? To say qa, ka, the back of the tongue. So that part is the same for qaf and kaf. But what about the roof of my mouth where I'm hitting? Is it the same for qa and ka? What's happening? What's the difference? The middle. Now the tongue is the same, we said. The roof of the mouth. So al-hanak al-lahmi, where it's meaty in the roof of your mouth, in the back, that's where the qaf comes from. Next to the ghain and the kha comes the qa. So put your tongue all the way back there to get the qaf. And the kaf is when you move your tongue forward, where al-hanak al-azmi meets al-hanak al-lahmi, the hard palate meets the soft palate in the roof of your mouth. That's where the kaf comes from. So don't say kul, and you're making it heavy and you think you're saying a qaf just because the qaf is heavy. No, your whole makhraj is off. You got to move back. qa, qu, qi. Qul, qul. Qul a'udhu. Not like a lot of people say, I guarantee you a lot of you saying it probably. Qul a'udhu. Qul a'udhu. Where's the hamza? Qul a'udhu. Where's the hamza? Qul a. Hamza fatha a. That's why I told you guys do qa'ud nuraniyah. Even if you think you know how to read, go back and do qa'ud nuraniyah, because it's going to help the way that you recite. Qul a'udhu. Show every single letter, every haraka, all that. Push it all out. Qul a'udhu. Let me hear that by itself. Qul a'udhu. Good. Qul a'udhu bi rabbil falaq. And we do qalqala on the qaf without making the lam heavy. Don't say falaq. Fala. Fa, fatha fa, lam fatha la. Keep those light. The qaf is heavy with qalqala. Falaqa. قل أعوذ برب الفلق من شر ما خلق. We're going to learn this later. This is a rule called ikhfa. Any noon sakin in the Quran, you're going to do one of four rules. Any noon sakin in the Quran. How do you know you have a noon sakin? There's three kinds of noon sakins. How can you know to identify noon sakin? If there's a noon that nothing on it, it's naked. They don't got no fatha, kasra, dhamma, sukun. There's nothing on it. That means that noon is what? Sakin. Okay, how else? Tanween. When you have fathatain, kasratain, dhammatain, that is noon sakin. Because you say what? Hamza fathatain, an. Hamza dhammatain, un. Hamza kasratain, in. You add the noon sakin sound. And how else? A noon with a sukoon. No, not a shadda. A noon with a sukoon. So if I see tanween, if I see noon with a sukoon, or if I see a naked noon, then I know I have to do what? One of four rules. What are those rules? I don't know them yet. I didn't learn them yet. But just know that if I identify a noon, do we have a noon sakin in this ayah? Min sharri ma khalaq. Look at your mushafs. Everybody should have a mushaf. Is there a noon sakin in this ayah? Min sharri ma khalaq, yes or no? Everybody see it? If you're confused, ask the person next to you to show you. I don't see the noon. What noon is he talking about? The noon, what kind of noon is it? Is it tanween? Does it have a sukoon? Is it? It's a naked noon. So that noon is sakin. You look at the next letter to determine what rule you're going to do. If the next letter was yarmulun, we're going to do idgham. If it's hamza, ayn, ha, ghayn, kha, you're going to do idhar. We learn the rules later. Here we do something called ikhfa. Ikhfa means to hide. What are you hiding? You're hiding the noon. Don't let your tongue touch with the noon. Don't say min sharri. Min sharri. That's not ikhfa. If your tongue is touching, that's not ikhfa. Your tongue cannot touch. Min. My tongue is down. It's not touching the place of the noon. And what does my mouth look like? What should my mouth look like? For those who know ahkam and noon. Your mouth should be getting ready for the next letter. So if the next letter is a sheen, your mouth should look like a sheen. Min sha. If the next letter was a fa, how would it sound? Min tha. I'm getting my mouth in the position of a fa. Min qa. Min ta. Min sa. Put your mouth in the position of the next letter and get close to the makhraj of the next letter. So the sheen, what does my tongue look like during the sheen? What do my lips look like during the sheen? What does my teeth look like during the sheen? And do that. Min sha. Let me hear it. Good. You hold the gunna, the nasalization sound, and you prepare for the next letter. Min sharri. We're going to learn with the ra as well. We have heavy letters, we have weak, we have light letters. And then we got letters that are sometimes heavy, sometimes weak, or sometimes light. The ra is one of those letters that flip-flop. The ra with the kasra, even if it has a shadda, then it's muraqqaq, it's a light ra. So you don't say min sharri, min shar, shar, that's a heavy ra. You say what? Min shar, sharri. You make both ra's light, both ra's in the shadda light. Min sharri, min sharri. Good. Faraq min sharri ma khalaq. Khalaq, same thing as the last ayah. Min sharri ma khalaqa. Or different than the last ayah, because here you have heavy, light, heavy. Kha, la, qa. Kha, la, qa. Kha is heavy, lam is light, qaf is heavy. Practice. Kha, la, qa. Khalaqa. Khalaqa, not khalaqa. Khalaqa. Make the lam light. Min sharri ma khalaqa. ومن شر غاسق إذا وقب. ومن شر, same thing as the last ayah. Say khfa, you're preparing for the sheen, don't let the tongue touch. The ra is mushaddad at the kasra, make the ra light. Min sharri, that part's the same. غاسق, who knows the heavy letters? Those who took tajweed. What are the heavy letters? Naam. That's just one. That's it? That's all you know? I need a phrase. That's taking too long. Give me a phrase. خص ضغط قض. خص ضغط قض. Repeat it. خص ضغط قض. قض. These are the heavy letters. خص خا صاد. خص ضغ ضاد and غين. طن the ta. قض قاف and va. How many letters is that? 7. خص ضغط قض. 7 letters. خص ضغط قض. The last letters of va. You guys got it? So this is learning tajweed what? Practically. You got the theoretical method where you sit down and take notes and write all the letters, and this is huruf al-isti'la. Isti'la means this. That's good. You should do that. And then there's practical knowledge where we just keep saying it back and forth until you memorize it. All right? You need both. Have both and you can be a great teacher. If you don't have both, you might be a good reciter. If you have one or the other. If you have the practical knowledge. Some people got the theoretical knowledge and still can't recite. So you want both. Some people say, I got an ijaza. I learned all my tajweed. Give them a test, they'll get 100%. But when they recite, they're making a bunch of mistakes. So you need what? Both. So this is practical. So khussa dagtin qidi, like I don't even know what you're talking about. Yeah, but week after week for 32 weeks, you're going to keep saying this stuff until you what? Memorize it. I'm going to say, what's huruf al-isti'la? Everybody's going to say, khussa dagtin qid. What are the letters of idgham? Yarmunun. What is the letters of hams? Fahathahu shakhsun sakat. You don't know that one? You'll get it, inshallah. طيب. So anyways, huruf al-isti'la khussa dagtin qid. But 3 of those letters are not fully mufakham when they have a kasra. Because they're not from the letters of mutabaqa. What are those three letters? The kha, the ghain, and the qaf. Do we have one of those here in this ayah? One of them with a kasra. Do we have huruf al-salah with a kasra? Why are you looking at me? Look at your mushaf. Yes, what letter is it? The qaf with a kasra. It's mufakham, but it's not fully mufakham. This is important to learn. Why? Because you got it in the Fatiha. Mustaqim, qi, qaf with a kasra. Don't make it super heavy. Don't say mustaqim, mustaqi, qiyama. We don't talk like that. Ghishawa, we don't talk like that. Akhi, we don't talk like that. Oh, it's huruf al-salah, it's heavy. Yeah, but three of those letters, qaf, ghain, and kha, when they have a kasra, it's not fully mufakham. This is an example of that. So anyways, all that is just to say that you should say وَمِن شَرِّ غَاسِقٍ قِن, not qin. Qin. Don't try to make it super heavy. Qin. Clear? وَمِن شَرِّ غَاسِقٍ. Yes, because you said qin earlier, but now you said it right. Qin. إِذَا وَقَبَ. Wa, not wa. وَقَبَ. And do qalqala on the ba. وَقَبَ. What is qalqala? It's a small bounce. Who knows the letters of qalqala? Yes. قطب جد. If it's the letters of qalqala, then do qalqala. Don't say قطب جد. Say قطب جد. صح? It's the letters of qalqala, the bouncing letters. The bouncing letters. When they're sakin, you bounce. قطب جد. قاف, طا, با, جيم, دال. قاف, طا, با, جيم, دال. Is it easier to memorize قاف, طا, با, جيم, دال or قطب جد? قطب جد. Just say قطب جد. Say it 10 times, you memorize it. Those are letters of qalqala. Is the ba in the word قطب جد? قطب, ba. Yeah, so when it's sakin, you do what? Is that ba sakin or no? I see a fatha on it. How's it sakin? Because you're stopping, not because that's the end of the ayah, because you're stopping on it. If you stop on a word, what do you make the last letter? Sakin. If you stop on a word, if I ran out of breath on the word غاسق, I'm not going to say وَمِن شَرِّ غَاسِقٍ إِذَا وَقَبْ. No, you can't take a breath like that. وَمِن شَرِّ غَاسِقٍ. Take a breath, go back, say it again with the harakah. When you stop on a word, the last letter becomes what? When you stop on a word, the last letter becomes sakin. Any word I stop on, the last letter becomes sakin. Don't forget. وَمِن شَرِّ غَاسِقٍ إِذَا وَقَبَ. The next ayah, وَمِن شَرِّ, is all the same thing. So now you got three chances to implement that tajweed rule. The ikhfa, and make the ra light. Circle your mushaf. Ikhfa, the ra, circle it, say light. Min sharri, min sharri. Practice both of those. Wa min sharrin. We go from the ra straight to the noon. Look at your mushaf. Look at the ra. What letter comes after that ra? So you have wa min sharri. What's the next letter? Raise your hand. Raise your hand if you know what that letter is. So if your hand's down, that means you don't know. Why's your hand down? Raise your hand. I want to see how many people know what that letter is. So 2, I got 2 brothers, 3 brothers. You know what that letter is? 4. After the ra. If you're not sure, don't put your hand up. We got 4 brothers. How many sisters know? 0. What is that letter after the ra? 2 sisters. That's it. 3, 4. So 4 and 4. So it's tie. This is the Hamzatul Wasl. What is it called? Hamzat al-Wasl. The Arab don't like starting off a word that's sakin. They don't like it. If the first letter is sakin, they don't like it. So they add a Hamza there. Anytime. Even if they speak in English. They're not going to say Steve. They're going to say is Steve. They're going to put a Hamza because they don't like the sakin. You got an S followed by a T. There's no vowel in the middle. How am I going to say that word? I'm going to add a Hamza before. Is Steve. So here, if we start with this word, we use a Hamza because Arab don't like to start with L. They say L. What name do we know? Everyone in this room knows this name that begins with the Hamza al-Wasl. The name of Allah. When you swear, what do you say? Do you say what Allah? What do you say? Wallah. What happened to the Hamza? It's a hamzatul wasl. You don't say wa Allah. You say wallah. Here, we don't say min sharri an-naffathat. We say min sharrin naffathat. We skip the hamzatul wasl. And we also skip the lam because of it's called, this is idgham as well. Lam al-shamsiyya. We'll take that next time. Wa min sharrin. You go right to the noon. Wa min sharrin. Say it. Yes, go straight to the noon and hold that noon. It has a shadda. Noon with a shadda, you got to hold. 4 letters with a shadda are special. What are those 4 letters? Noon and meme are special, you got to hold. What are the 2 letters are special? With the shadda. The waw and ya, you do never. We'll talk about it when we get there. وَمِن شَرِّ النَّفْ. Naf. The fa, the letters of hams. Push out air. Naf. Don't say naffathati, naffathati. Naffathati. Push out air. نفاثات في العقد. عقد. Push out the ضم on the عين. Don't say عقد. عو. عين ضم عو. ومن شر النفاثات في العقد. ومن شر حاسد إذا حسد. Inshallah, we got a better time with Surah Al-Nas than we did with Surah Al-Falaq, tafsir wise. قُلْ أَعُوذُ بِرَبِّ النَّاسِ. What does that mean? Not seek refuge. Huh? I seek refuge? Say I seek refuge. Kalimat قُل. What kind of kalima is that? Every word in Arabic is one of 3 words. It's a fi'l, it's a ism, fi'l, or harf. If I point at any word in Arabic language, the Quran, the Hadith, give me any Arabic book, you point at a word, it's one of 3 words. It's a ism, it's a fi'l, or it's a harf. Is this a ism, fi'l, or harf? قُل. Is it a ism, a name, noun, place, person, idea, or no? No, it's a fi'l, it's a verb. And the fi'l, you got different kinds of fi'l. What kind of fi'l is it? Fi'l madi, fi'l mudari', fi'l amr, fi'l amr. And in usul al-fiqh you learn, أنت تدرس usul al-fiqh, al-amr yaqtadi al-wujub. If you have amr in the Quran or in the Sunnah, that thing is what? Wajib. Not always, there's some exceptions, be careful. Because Allah says what? فَضْرِبُوهُنْ. And if you say that, that's a fi'l amr yaqtadi al-wujub, my wife or my mother, whoever reaches me first, is going to hit me. So sometimes you got to be careful. But generally speaking, when you have a command, that thing is what? Wajib. So is it wajib to say this? Allah is commanding you to say this. Allah is commanding you. قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدٌ. قُلْ أَعُوذُ بِرَبِّ الْفَلَقِ. قُلْ أَعُوذُ بِرَبِّ النَّاسِ. So are we saying it? We should be saying this every day. We should be saying this surah. قُلْ أَعُوذُ بِرَبِّ الْفَلَقِ. Or قُلْ أَعُوذُ بِرَبِّ النَّاسِ. Say I seek refuge with who? The Lord of mankind. Malikin Nas. The King of mankind. Ilahin Nas. What is Ilah? What does God mean? What does that mean, God? What's a God? No, God doesn't mean creator. The one we worship. Nah. What is worship? Ibadah. What is ibadah? Servitude. What is servitude? Submitting. What is ibadah? Comprehensive term for what? Everything Allah loves. كل ما يحب الله ويرضى. نعم. That's it. Hidden or apparent from what? From statements or actions. Ahsant. It's statements and actions that you do that Allah loves. That's all called what? Ibadah. But what is an ilah? The question isn't the ibadah. The question is what is an ilah? So what makes someone or something an ilah? Is there ilah other than Allah? No? There's no ilah other than Allah? Allah said there's ilah other than Allah. There's no, I didn't ask that. I didn't ask if there was a true ilah. I just said, is there an ilah? Yes, an ilah is الذي يطاع فلا يعصى. Memorize that. An ilah is الذي يطاع فلا يعصى. The one that's obeyed and not disobeyed. Do people obey things and not disobey things? You gotta be careful. You can't do that to anything other than Allah. But you obey in the money, right? You like this? Some people don't disobey. Every single day I wake up, I go to work, I'm never missing a day. I'm going to get fired. I need that job. All right? You got to disobey your job sometimes. If they tell you to work during Jum'ah, you got to disobey it. If they tell you to sell pork and alcohol, you got to what? You got to disobey it. You can't just obey it and everything it wants. If you do, then that's your ilah. We don't have any ilah other than Allah. So when we say, قُلْ أَعُوذُ بِرَبِّ النَّاسِ مَلِكِ النَّاسِ إِلَهِ النَّاسِ, Allah is the God of mankind, the one who's worshipped in truth amongst mankind. From what? What are we seeking refuge? مِنْ شَرِّ الْوَسْوَاسِ الْخَنَّاسِ, from the evil of the whispers. Al-waswas also indicates what? Not just was. We said this is an onomatopoeia, that it sounds like what it is. It's was, sounds like a whisper. But waswas, words on this wazn where the word is repeated in the word itself, indicates that what? Yuqarrir. Was, constant whispers. It's not just one whisper from the shaitan, it's what? Constant. Min sharril waswas al-khannas. What is al-khannas? I hope you guys got me here. Raise your hand. What is al-waswas? How many brothers know what al-waswas means? Or al-khannas? Al-waswas. I want to count. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, the translation don't count. Who knows without looking at the translation? We got 3 brothers, that's it. Got 20, 25, 30 guys here. There's only 3 brothers. How many sisters know what al-khannas is? 1. 1. Oh, the brothers got them. 2. Al-khannas. So the brothers won this one. What does it mean? You don't let the brothers answer since they know. He hides? No, we had 2 brothers who knew. It's a tie. Naam. In the chair. You want to? The retreater. The one who retreats. When does he retreat? When you remember Allah. That's why Ibn Uthaymeen said at the end of Surah Al-Falaq, what? How do you save yourself from all evil? By what? Clinging your heart to Allah, remembering Allah, calling upon Allah, being attached to Allah. And the more neglectful you are of Allah, that's when evil spreads. So Allah is teaching you how to be protected as you're making the dua. The shaitan is al-khannas. The shaitan is waiting where? What does the shaitan wait? He's waiting at your heart. Waiting for you to do what? As soon as you forget, what happens? He throws the waswas. That's how he gets you. Now, what did he say in the Quran? Where is he waiting? Is he waiting at the club? Where is he waiting at? Is he waiting at the smoke shop? From the front? No, he said, I'm going to take you from the front and the back, but where is he waiting? Where is he going to meet us at? He said, I'm going to meet you somewhere. Sirat al-Mustaqim. I'm going to meet you on Sirat al-Mustaqim. Check rock. I'm going to meet you on Sirat al-Mustaqim. I'm going to take you off Sirat al-Mustaqim. And what are we saying? Yeah, shaitan, I got you. Do it. I'm not going to wake up for Fajr. You got me. Every day. I'm going to keep wearing makeup outside the house. I'm not going to wear my hijab. When are we going to beat shaitan? He's telling you what it is. I'm going to meet you on Sirat al-Mustaqim. When are we going to stop letting him beat us? When's the day that you stop obeying him? And you're like, you know what? Tawbatan nasuha. That's it. Everything haram out the door. How long do you hear these ayat and hadith over and over and over until you what? Finally change. How long is it? Because he said, I'm going to meet you on Sirat al-Mustaqim. I'm going to misguide you. And Allah is teaching you that here, he's what? He's al-khannas. He retreats. How do you get him to retreat? Just remember Allah. Remember Allah, he retreats. He runs away. He can't stand the dhikr. The adhan is called, he runs away while passing wind. He hates the dhikr. He runs. Min sharr al-waswas al-khannas. Oh Allah, protect us from the evil whisperers of al-khannas, that one who retreats. Khannas. Who is al-khannas? The shaitan, alladhi yuwaswisu fi sudur an-nas, one who whispers in the breasts of mankind. Min al-jinnati wan-nas. There's nas who are shayateen. نعم وكذلك جعلنا لكل نبي عدوا شياطين الإنس والجن. Allah said that there's humans who are shayateen. They act like that as well. They retreat. Guess what? You remember Allah? You know what they're going to do? What are they going to do? They're going to retreat. They're not hanging out with you no more. Brother, I know every time I get in your car, I've been listening to music for the past 3 months, but if you turn it off now, they'll kick you out the car. Because they're khannas, they retreat, they don't like dhikr. You go into the masjid, I'll meet you there. I'll meet you there. They're not coming. Khannas, they retreat. Remember Allah, and they go away. Those bad, evil friends, they're going to what? They're going to get out of your life when you start obeying Allah and remembering Allah. And sometimes it's your own family members that they start separating from you because you want to follow the deen. But that's all right. Our family's in this religion. This ties closer than blood. ومن شر الوسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس. Do we miss anything in the tafsir before we go into the recitation? طيب. Recite the surah. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل أعوذ برب الناس. قل أعوذ. The ذال is light and it has a ضمة. ذو. ذال ضمة ذو. قل أعوذ. Push out that ضمة. برب. What do we do with the noon with the shadda? Noon with the shadda. Special. What do? We hold. برب. You can say برب الناس. 2 حركات. برب الناس. 4 حركات. برب الناس. 6 حركات is all correct. This is مد عارض للسكون. It's a harf med followed by a letter that you made second by stopping. Just like in our Fatiha. Somebody can say Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim Maliki Yawmiddin, and he's correct. Another person is reciting Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim, and that is correct. So you can do both these ways. So Surah An-Nas, it ends in an alif followed by a letter that you're making second, you can do that. But you should be consistent. Adaban lil-Quran, etiquette for the Quran, that you don't say Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim Maliki Yawmiddin. It's inconsistent. It throws off the rhythm of the Quran. Nah. طيب. And the scene, it whistles at the end. Let your scene whistle and let it drag. قل أعوذ برب الناس. ملك الناس. إله الناس. من شر الوسواس الخناس. Min shar, we talked about it in Surah Al-Falaq. Min sha, you do ikhfa and the ra is light. Min sharri. Al-was, you got to drag the scene. Scene sakin, you got to drag. Was, wasil khannas. And the scene at the end, they're both what? Sakin, you have to drag. Any letter that's sakin, you got to drag it. Any letter. صح? Except for the letters of shiddah. The letters of qalqala, hamza, kaf, and ta. Those you don't drag. What do you do with the letters of qalqala? You bounce. The ta and kaf, you push out air. The hamza, you don't do nothing. Inqita' as-sawt, that's the hamza. Every other letter, you got to drag. If it's lin umar, you drag it a little bit. Bayniyah. The rest of the letters, you got to drag a lot. So anytime I see a sukoon on any letter, the default is you got to drag that letter. Min sharril was. Was. Push that letter out. من شر الوسواس الخناس. الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس. What's the first letter of this ayah? Raise your hand, the guys who know it. How many guys know this letter? We said it today in class. How many girls know this letter? Hamzatul Wasil. We only use it when we begin with the word. If I was going to connect the last ayah, I'm not going to use it. من شر الوسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس. الخناس الذي يوسوس. Clear? إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم. The hamza al-wasl goes away. So pay attention if you're going to connect ayat. Otherwise, don't connect. الذي يوسوس. First of all, show the harakat. يوسوس. Push out every single harakah. Fatha, kasra, dhamma, push it out. يوسوس. يوسوس. Not يوسوس. ي. We made up a حركة. ي. We do إمالة وتفتحة. يوسوس. Not يوسوس. يو. يوسوس. في صدو. Not صدو. It's not a bod. It's not صدور الناس. I guarantee you a lot of you guys have said, I heard it right now when you were reciting. صدور الناس. Not صدور. It's صدور. do. do. The dal is light. Don't make it heavy. صدور. do. الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس. Yeah, but when you make the dal light, don't make the sad light and turn into a sin. Don't say sudur now. Su is also wrong. It's su. Sad is heavy. Su-du. الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس. من الجنة والناس. Next week, you're going to memorize these surahs, starting today, Surah Al-Falaq and Surah Al-Nas. Memorize it with the tafsir. So every single day you recite Surah Al-Nas, you're thinking of Al-Khannas. What does it mean, Al-Khannas? What does Rabb al-Falaq mean? What does Ghasiqin idha waqab mean? That's the homework. We know you guys know these two surahs. A lot of you guys know them. That's not the point. The point is that you're reading them with khushu' and you're practicing the tajweed. If you practice it now, then week after week, by the time you finish Juz Amma, khalas, you're going to be mutqin. You're going to pick up Surah Al-Baqarah, Juz Tabarak, wherever you're going on next, and you're not going to have to worry about tajweed anymore. Now I can just recite and memorize. I don't got to worry about tajweed. I don't even need to listen to a shaykh. You should, but I don't need to. Like, you're going to be able to recite Quran. So it's about quality, not quantity, especially now. All right, if you see the estimated review time as well, what do you got to have to do this week? Every day you got to review Falaq and Nas. And it only takes you what? 1 minute. But if you look at the end, 45 minutes, that's what it's going to take you to review Juz Amma every day, later. So you got to build that habit. And it's not going to take you 45 minutes. You're going to be reading it quick, inshallah. So Surah Al-Falaq, Surah Al-Nas, you memorize it. And you bring the tafsir and tajweed of what? Surah Al-Ikhlas and Surah Al-Masad. So the homework is always that you prep the next class in advance. So when sitting in class, I'm saying, what is Al-Khannas? What is this? You guys know. How do you read this? How do you read that? You guys know. We don't slow the class down. You benefit more. Subhanakallahumma bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa ant. Astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. See you guys next week.